PS4 was greatness awaits, and PS5 has player no limits. So let's talk about it, dudes. Except when you're trying to purchase one of these bad boys, am I right? No? Okay. Anyway, PS5 takes everything that the PS4 and PS4 Pro left us with and improves upon it greatly. PS5 comes in two options, which again blowing the minds of everyone trying to get their mitts on them. I know you're salivating right now trying to grab one. I hope you get it. I hope you do. You have the chance of a PS5 digital for $3.99 or the PS5 disc for $4.99. The disc drive for the PS5 also does play Ultra 4K Blu-rays, in case you didn't know. There's pros and cons of each console, but we'll save that for another video. Myself, if anyone even cares to know which one I got or is interested in which one I got, I have to let you know I got the disc version. I like to have physical media, and I don't really want to rely too heavy on the Sony online store infrastructure. And for example, Target recently had a buy two get one free that I believe is still going on right now, which included PS5 titles, and I was able to take advantage of that because I have the disc. Where if I had the digital, I would have been shit out of luck. PS5 is boasting some amazing specs featuring Zen 2 based CPU with 8 cores clocked at 3.5 GHz, a custom RNDA 2 GPU with a 10.28 teraflop power with 36 CUDA cores clocked at 2.23 GHz. Custom 825 gigabytes of SSD capable of reading and loading up to 5.5 gigabytes per second. And hold up, we ain't done with 16 gigabytes of RAM of that GDDR6 memory. Now that we got all the nerdy orgasmic talk out the way, it basically means that this machine is a fucking powerful beast. Both versions, digital and disc, have the same specs. One thing I will say when I took this thing out of the box is it's a fucking massive behemoth. This thing has weight, it has fatness, and it's a heavy, solid bitch. I'm not kidding you. Coming from the base PlayStation 4, it is an also amazing upgrade. Straight from the boot up in the normal setup, I already instantly fell in love with PS5's new UI interface. Gone be the time of loading lag and bloatware choking the PlayStation with the PlayStation Plus and the PlayStation Store lagging behind, because now it's fully integrated with the PS5 UI in itself. Once you scroll to these categories, they load seamlessly with no glitches, no bugs, no loading lag. For the PS4, you can tell it stutters and freezes and sometimes crashes. Each category has their own pictures and news updates where you can find yourself learning about the new features of the games, what's popular, etc. etc. But I will say the store seems a little bit harder to navigate to, as it's pretty bare bones right now because of the launch. Everything's new, so I won't be surprised if Sony adds more features and spices it up to give it some life down the line. However, my overall impressions with the UI, it is fantastic, even though it takes a bit of learning when all you know is that PS4 UI and such as like that likeness. But the redeem code section and profile sections is all categorized neatly under their respective areas. You just gotta dig a little bit to find it. Setting up hotties and messages also take time to get used to because of game base, and once you get the gist of it, it all comes together flourishly. All PS5s come preloaded with glorious Astro Playroom, which I highly recommend everyone to try, just so you can get the nice introduction to the PlayStation 5 and in the introduction to DualSense. And I have to put a brief disclaimer, we're not going to be talking about the DualSense in this video because the DualSense is such an amazing tech that I'm going to be covering that in its own video. So make sure you go check that one out after this, because these videos are going to release coincide each other. Having a PS5 also nets you the PlayStation Plus collection, which adds so many freaking video games that you can put into your library, and as long as you're a PlayStation Plus member, you will be able to play those games even though they're going to come and go. As long as you put them in your library and you're a PlayStation Plus member, you will get to still play those games when they leave the PS Plus collection. So that is a big shot against Microsoft's Game Pass, as Microsoft Game Pass has it set up that you can play these games as long as they're there. Once they're gone, they're gone. Well, PlayStation says, hey, if you have it and you have PlayStation Plus collection, while you add it into your library, even when we remove it from the Plus collection, you're still going to be able to play that. And that is amazing. I love that. Um, it has amazing loading speeds, which I love considering I was playing Godfall with some friends of mine that we were playing and having fun, and next thing you know, Godfall crashed, and I was like, what the fuck? And I had to reload the game, but I was back with my friends playing the same game within 45 seconds, and I'm not even reaching on that statement. That's how fast this thing loads and runs. Setting up parties is a breeze once you actually get the ability to do so, because you have to navigate through the UI and get used to it. The fast loading, the games that pump out with these graphics and visuals, utilizing the PS5 hardware makes me anxious for the next couple of years when they actually get put to real use. Despite what others may say with the cosmetic values of the PS5, it has grown on me tremendously. As someone who owns the PSVR, who owns the little PSVR accessory to play some of those games that used it. I forget what they call the controller now. It's been a while, but regardless. And then I have an Xbox Series X, which is white as well. Having a PS5 next to it just makes everything blend together pretty sleek. I also like how futuristic and sci-fi that the PlayStation 5 gives off, giving it off that new next-gen feeling, pushing it up just a bit higher up the equality with its own personality. I get it, it's not for everybody, but over time and looking at it in my shelf, I actually do like it. Speaking of the PSVR, I was able to grab a free adapter through Sony, which you can get right now. Just go to the website, type in PS4 adapter, PSVR adapter for PS5, put your serial number in, put your address in, they're going to send it to you, and you can play PSVR on your PS5. And I will say it has better performance, but the resolution won't get better because the resolution is used off the headset, which is still stuck in 1080p and 120 frames per second. But honestly though, it does take advantage of the PS5 hardware with increasing loading times and higher res textures, which makes the 1080p pop out a little bit better and the performance making it smoother. And of course, with the loading times, you can get into those games faster. However, I really honestly can't wait for PSVR 2 because I'm sure with what they did with the DualSense, what they did with the PlayStation 5, PSVR 2 is going to blow minds and it's going to hit another grand slam. Streaming off the PS5 is a bit basic, but it is an improvement over streaming off the PlayStation 4, as you can now control where the camera goes with its positioning. The chat will pop up and disappear instead of having a separate bar that makes your screen smaller and puts your camera in the top right and your viewers and this and that, and it's just kind of screen clutter. This just makes it so it's chat pops up, chat goes away, you can still play full screen, everything is good. It's not a super advancement that I hoped for, but it's also not a setback, so I will take that. You will also get Share Factory Studio on the PS5 for free, which is a premium version of the Share Factory that the PlayStation 4 had, which gives you and consumers and content creators to take your video editing skills to the next level if you're editing off your home console, putting the hands on you guys to give you more powers, with Sony giving you guys the ability to do so if you proceeded to do it, all off the hardware of the PlayStation 5 itself. Sure, the PlayStation 5 doesn't include a web browser, but it's not like it can't be added later. And with the many streaming apps alongside the media portion of the PlayStation 5, I don't believe a web browser is a huge necessity, despite everyone saying that it was. If you were to ask me what I would review the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 4 Pro, I would say the PS4 is about an 8, and I would also give the Pro about a 9. Thus being said, I believe this is Sony's greatest product yet, and it's only been out for less than a week. We here at NGI give the Sony PlayStation 5 a 10 out of 10. Stay tuned for more of the DualSense and Pulse 3D headset reviews, and make sure you smash that like and smash that subscribe. God bless and peace. We're going to have game reviews on our channel over time, as I am a college student, so I don't have too much time on my hands, but any free time I can to give out and make this content for you guys to enjoy, because you guys are still supporting me, even though I haven't been as active as I used to be. Let's try to get that ball moving, dudes. Anyway, that's enough of me. God bless, dudes. Hope you guys get a PS5. Best of luck. I know that shit's on fire right now because everybody wants it. Mamas want it, grandmas want it, nephews want it, sons want it. Everybody wants it because you gotta go and get it. But best of luck trying to get it, man. Honestly. God bless and peace.
We